Okay, hi everybody. I would like thanks for tuning in if you're watching this. And I was talking to Dorothy about her experience with the Pure Life Intensive, or PLI as I call it for short, series. And I just wanted to sit down with her. It's always really interesting for me to talk to people about their experience, because what is it like on the receiving end? You know, I can feel it on my end, and I can see the shifts going on for people, but it's really cool to hear people's stories. So Dorothy, thanks for stopping in the studio, so to speak, and I'm really interested in hearing what you had to say about your experience. And I guess first of all, what kind of made you want to join?
Total curiosity in what this kind of the resonance or the frequency rebalancing or what you have to offer, as it seems to be related to a lot of the intuitive work that I'm doing or seeking out, but it's at a totally different level, something I don't understand, and I'm always driven by intense curiosity to seek out new ideas and new experiences.
Yeah, that's great. And that's your work with the horses, right?
Yes.
Yes, Dorothy does really, really great equine therapy, I guess you call it, stuff. So that's really cool too, and really ties right in. So it's kind of neat. But so in terms of your experience with energy healing, frequency healing, like on the receiving end, where would you classify yourself? Kind of as a beginner or intermediate? You know, you've been doing this for a while, or
I have been doing this for a while, but uh, I consider myself a really good beginner. You know, what do I call it?
yeah.
An
I,
advanced beginner.
Yeah, in some ways we kind of all
Right?
are that way,
Yeah.
aren't we? Yes, you know, there's always so much more to learn and understand. But yeah, so that's great. Well, and so tell me a little bit about your experience of the sessions themselves, like what that was like.
Intensely relaxing. I have to say, I could feel the shifts. And as someone who's had other types of other modalities for intuitive work or that kind of energy healing, um, I guess this is the first time it could really feel shifts and at a level higher than the person who I am in this life.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, when you mentioned some of we were talking about, let's say, historical stuff, family stuff, and sometimes you think, oh yeah, yeah, I could feel shifts.
Oh, that's really neat. That kind of reminds me sometimes when I go to the acupuncturist, it's like I can feel the needles here, and then I can also feel them here, you know,
Right.
kind of feeling. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And what else, anything else that comes to mind about the session stuff, the experience itself?
Um, Definitely anxiety levels go way down. I really also appreciated, as much as I love my one-on-one sessions, and I do actually appreciate the group
Mm.
concept. And it's funny because sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. You want all the attention on yourself. But as we're all, being drawn into that space of, I don't know what allowing, I don't know what opening, like you can't help but benefit from other people's journeys or
Mm.
whatever it is that you are helping them with. They always seem to, um, not rate. The word isn't radiate. You feel it as well. You're like, oh yeah, like that could be me, or that could be me from another life, or whatever. You relate to it.
Yeah. And it sounds like kind of with the group. Yeah, the group is kind of special because it's almost like we're all in this together, and then you feel like there's kind of this mutual
Mm,
support with other people in kind of in the same context, in the same space together.
yes, yes. Yeah, the support is there for all of us. It's a very safe space. Like, it's a very safe space.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how that works because I just the information comes through, and I mean, in smaller groups, it can kind of pick out, oh, it's that person, it's this person, kind of thing, but not always. And sometimes something just comes through to say, and it's interesting to hear afterwards people saying, oh yeah, God, I felt like you were talking right to me, and kind of thing. So that's a fun piece for the group thing.
Hmm.
So, what do you feel you got out of doing Pure Life infusions?
A really greater understanding of some things that, because the things that you pick up, sometimes they come out of what you consider like left field, but they feel right. So it's not left.
Mm.
It's one of those,
Right.
now it's in my awareness. Now I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah.
Uh, and I find that that's remarkably helpful, actually, to have another viewpoint on things that really might be holding us back or keeping us stuck in the mud, energetically and intellectually and physically and all of that. Um,
Yeah, and how did that kinda translate into your everyday life, do you think?
Sometimes it really led to being a lot more aware when sometimes, like, if you will, a program, or I don't know what you want to call behavior, that
Mhm.
it'd come up and you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. That might be from this or whatever, and I don't need to do
Yeah.
this anymore. Um, as like so there's like heightened awareness on the one hand, and then the other hand, that kind of the anxiety actually going down, going, it's taken care of. Like, it's taken care of.
Mm.
If I don't feel it's, and if I feel I need more, I could always come back to Marianne and get more clearing, right?
Right, or
Yeah,
re-listen
a
to the
realistic.
replays. Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of people have, gotten a lot of benefits out of doing that, so kinda
Mhm.
depending. Some people, yeah, sessions because they wanna get really more specific on some things, and a lot of times the replay is just good for that little boost and that little extra support kinda thing on the
Yeah.
side, but yeah, very nice. And who would you recommend this, for?
Um, I would recommend this for some people who are already quite familiar with, or already, going down their journey of this, the growth, inner growth, or
Mhm.
self-reflection, and they're starting down the kind of intuitive or the energy path. Um, also for those some people who you're feeling stuck, but you don't know why.
Mm.
You just
Nice, nice, yeah.
that kind of the dis-ease, if you, the right one we always say, the
Right.
dis-ease, where something's not right, and this could really just shift things to get you going again.
Yeah, that's a nice point because I know I've been there where you're trying to figure it out. You try, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of good techniques out there that I've learned that I've used, and sometimes you just there's like this little catch, and it always is. It's good to have that external kind of perspective, and then in this setting where you don't really have to necessarily dive in with anybody, but it just helps bring it to the surface and bring that
Mhm.
clarity
Mhm.
to some stuff. Yeah, very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
And anything else you'd like to add?
Um, in comparison to other modalities that I may have, tried in the past, I find this, and what I meant by safe is it's incredibly non-intrusive.
Mm.
Like, you're getting to whatever it is, the patterns or those historical things, and we don't have to talk about it, or we don't have to,
Yes.
ruminate on that.
Right,
And
right.
there's some that's very what's the word I want to use? It's enlightening. Like, it's literally enlightening.
Mm.
It lightens you don't have to always go back over stuff. You can acknowledge it at a certain level and then go forward.
and to say bye-bye.
And say
Yes,
bye-bye.
yes, that's true, and I think I mean, the talking can be useful. Sometimes we need to go through that because it
Mhm.
helps the mind to, like, reorganize and understand and
Yep.
clarify, but a lot of times it's kind of a waste of time, actually. You know, for the 25 years that I've done that, it's like it used to be sessions used to take so much longer because people would come and they just da 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 da,
Mhm.
and then it's like, "Well, let's just cut this out," because it's really kind of this unwinding, and it goes absolutely nowhere, and
Mhm.
it's more kind of these stories that we tell ourselves, so, yeah, there's something really
Mhm.
nice and clean about you just kinda go into space, and then you know, you get into these higher vibrations and you get, you know, through the process we go through, and then it's like,
Yeah.
we don't even need to go in there.
Mhm.
And so
Well,
that's
and I
really
did
cool.
start as one of those people who had to tell the story, and I'm
Yes.
and I just like that's kind of like a fear-based thing.
Mm.
As your anxiety goes down and you experience relief or whatever it is, less anxiety or an enlightening, you don't have to go there. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Well, thanks for taking some time here. And if you're watching this and you're curious about that, you can go to my website, which is right on underneath my chin there, and find it's under the services. You can get more information there, and there's also if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you can look on my channel and you will see there's 2 videos that I've put up. One is a very short, about almost 10 minutes, a little under 10 minutes of just the sampler, so you can feel what this Pure Life Infusion series is like, you know, it's,
Mhm.
kind of a basic one, and then there's also another one, a little interview, with, somebody interviewed me, asking me questions around that, who was curious about the whole setup. And, if you're interested, you can, go to my website at, unboundedandfree.com and get on the you know, send me a little message there or get on the wait list. We're starting December 6th for our next group. So thanks for watching, and thank you again, Dorothy, for stopping by.
You're welcome.